Pip the squirrel lives in fluffy gardens. Pip lives here, at Log Lodge, to be precise. Pip is a very small young squirrel who sometimes eats acorns. Acorns are very good for squirrels. But Pip would far rather be eating cake. Well, wouldn't you? Sometimes Pip won't eat her acorns just in case someone might bake her a lovely big cake with pink icing on top and cream in the middle. That sounds like a lovely cake, but it's not so good for squirrels. Our story begins one cold winter afternoon. Pip the squirrel was out for a walk in Blueberry Forest, crunching through the fresh snow that had fallen earlier that day. Pip loved the snow. She was just about to build a little snowman when Pertwee the bear cycled up to her. He carried a warm blanket. Pertwee is a very large bear, and he speaks very, very slowly. "Hello," he said. "Hello," squeaked Pip. Pip was very curious about the warm blanket, so she asked Pertwee about it. Pertwee explained that bears go for a big sleep all winter long, so they're all fresh and awake for springtime. He was on his way home to wrap himself up in his brand new blanket. Now, maybe you thought that squirrels sleep all winter long just like bears. Did you? Well, they don't. But Pip thought it sounded like a very good idea. "This winter," she announced, "I will have a big sleep all winter long." "You might get hungry. Make sure you have plenty to eat," advised Pertwee. "Oh, yes," said Pip, "because I might wake up hungry. I will gather lots of acorns." Pertwee waved goodbye and cycled home. Pip finished building her snowman and then skipped off home. Back at Log Lodge, Pip put on her favorite pajamas and was just about to settle down for a very long nap when the doorbell rang. It was Pertwee. "Hello again," whooped Pertwee. Pertwee thought that Pip might like to borrow his old blanket for her big sleep. It was old, but very warm. "Did you gather your acorns?" he asked. Well, Pip had forgotten all about gathering acorns. She had none. Pip was just about to tell Pertwee that she had forgotten when she stopped and thought, "Pertwee will think I'm terribly silly if I tell him that I forgot to gather acorns." So Pip told Pertwee a little lie. "I gathered lots of acorns," lied Pip, "but somebody took them." "Oh dear," exclaimed Pertwee, and decided to help her find some more. Pip felt very bad about telling Pertwee a lie, but she didn't want to seem silly. So, out in the forest, Pip and Pertwee searched here, there, and everywhere for some acorns. And that is when Rex the pig walked by with a very large bundle of acorns. Pertwee stormed up to Rex and shouted very, very slowly, "Did you take Pip's acorns?" Now, you know that Rex hadn't taken Pip's acorns, don't you? But Rex was frightened because Pertwee is such a big bear. So frightened that he dropped all the acorns. "Right!" shouted Rex as he ran away. Pertwee gathered up the acorns and gave them to Pip. He said goodbye very slowly and set off again. Pip took the acorns home to Log Lodge. In her warm, cozy house, in her favorite pajamas, and now with Pertwee's warm blanket, Pip went to eat one of the acorns. And then she thought of Rex. She remembered his frightened little face, and she began to feel terrible. She thought to herself, "I feel awfully unwell. This must be a bad acorn." So she picked up another. Then suddenly she thought of Rex again. She picked up another and can you guess what she thought of? Rex the pig. And that's when Pip realized she felt terrible because she had done something very bad. She had told Pertry a lie and taken Rex's acorns. Pip had to tell Pertry the truth and say sorry to Rex. She quickly ran outside, still in her pajamas. After searching here, there, and everywhere, Pip eventually found Pertry and Rex. Poor Pertry was very confused as Rex was trying to explain that he didn't take Pip's acorns. Pip quickly told him everything. "I'm terribly sorry for telling a lie," squeaked Pip, and she gave Rex all his acorns back. Rex forgave Pip and even offered to share his acorns with her. That was very nice of Rex, wasn't it? Pip invited Rex and Pertry back to Log Lodge for a cup of hot chocolate to make up for the trouble she had caused. After they had finished, Pip was so tired that she decided to have a little nap. In fact, they all decided to have a little nap. And so, Pip, Rex and Pertry all fell asleep together in Log Lodge. And they woke up next spring.